program is rated GE. Content carried in here is suitable for general family viewing.
Hello learners, how are you? I hope you're doing well. My name is teacher Eliud, and today I'm going to take you through mathematics. I'm a teacher of mathematics, creative art, and science. So today I'm going to take us through mathematics, and under mathematics you're going to look at measurement, that is our strand. The substrand which we're going to dwell on today is area of combined shape. Under the area of combined shape, there are four things which I would like us to understand, rather three things that I would like us to understand before we go into finding the area of combined shape. The first thing that you need to understand or you need to find out is the area of the square. Once you get the area of the square, we can as well go ahead and find the area of a rectangle. After getting the area of a rectangle, we should be in a position to find the area of a triangle. Having found all those, we are now in a position to get the area of combined shape. So those are the four things which I want us to dwell on. And this one is for grade 6. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you. Invite your friends also to study with us. You can as well share the link. So as I've said, I'm teacher Eliud, ready to take you through this session. Now, I want us to ask ourselves, why is it important to learn area of combined shape? In life scenarios, there are many occasions where area of combined shape might help us. And one of the area is to determine the size of a surface. For example, when the contractors or the builder they want to build, they need to know the area of the place to determine the size of the house. Again, when the builders are building, like the constructors, they need to know the area of combined operation in order to know how many tiles will fit the house depending on the shape of the house. As well, you need to know combined operation to help you know the amount of paint for a room. If you want to paint your room, depending on the shape of the room, you need to know the area of that surface in order to know the amount of paint which you'll require. Having known that, I want us to go straight to today's lesson, and we'll start by looking at the area of a square. Remember, I've said our main topic or our main substance today is the area of a combined operation. So we can note something down, area of a combined shape. That is what we are dealing on today. And you need to understand again, when you are looking at the area of combined shape, why are we talking about combined shape? It is because different shapes has been combined, and that's why we are talking about combined shape. It is made up of basic shape, which I want to believe we understand. And these basic shapes are square, rectangle, and a triangle. And that's why we need to understand and know how to find these areas before we find the area of the combined shape. So I'll start with the area of a square. Area of a square. Before you find the area of a square, you need to understand some of the properties of a square. I want to believe you are aware that in square, all sides are equal. It simply means square has got 4 sides. So these 4 sides, they are equal. For instance, if I have this one as my shape, I want to believe it is bringing out the shape of the square. So as you can see, this square has got 4 sides. This side, this side, this side, and this side. Those are 4 sides. All the sides, they are equal. So if one side is 8 centimeter, it simply means all the sides, this side will be 8 centimeter, this one will be 8 centimeter, as well as this one. So all sides are equal. After knowing that, you need to understand what is the formula of finding the area of a square. Since we have said the square, all sides are equal, we are saying that the area of a square is length times length. Area of a square is length times length. As you can see on your screen, that is the square, and the question there is asking, Kimani land is in the shape of a square with the length 8 meters. What is the area of the land? I have said the formula of finding the area of a square is length times length, simply because all sides are equal. You can as well say the area of a square is side times side. You will not be wrong. So if the area of if the length of the land of Kimani's piece of land is 8 meters, so for us to find that area, we are going to multiply 8 times 8, because we have said length times length. So we substitute now the letter with the original value. So we say area is equal to 8 times 8. And always remember the unit. So we can as well wrap this and say 8 centimeters times 8 centimeters. So what is 8 times 8? 8 times 8 is equal to 64 centimeters squared. Always remember the unit, centimeters squared, when you are finding out the area of any shape. It must be in square, whether meter square or centimeters squared. Having seen how we can find the area of the square, we can move to another thing, or rather another shape. So before we go to triangle, I want us to go to rectangle. Area of a rectangle. When we talk of a rectangle, we as well need to understand some of the properties of a rectangle. A rectangle has got 4 sides as well as same as square, but the sides are not equal. The only opposite sides are the ones which are equal. So as you can see in our drawing, we have a rectangle here. When I talk of the opposite sides, these are the sides which face each other. So this side is equal to this side. And the longer side, we call it length. This side is equal to this side, since they're facing each other. And the shorter side, we call it width. So the two opposite sides are equal. After knowing that, the second property is now how to find its area. How do we get the area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is equal to area of a rectangle is equal to length times width. As you can see in your screen, area of a rectangle is calculated by multiplying length, which is the longer side, and width, which is the shorter side. So we are saying the formula is equal to length times width. After knowing that, we have a question there for us. This question states, Ruth's geometric set has a length of 18 centimeter and a width of 10 centimeter. What is the area of the geometric set? Area of a rectangle, we have said, is length times width. And our length, as you can see in the question, is 18 centimeter. And our width is 10 centimeter. So once you have noted down the formula, you now substitute. The letter L stands for length. So you substitute L with its original value, which is equal to 18, times W stands for width. So you substitute width or W with its original number, which is 10 centimeter. So we are having 10 centimeter times, 18 centimeters times 10 centimeter. And remember, we have said all sides, the opposite sides are equal. So you only pick one of the opposite sides. Don't say 18 times 18, then 10 times 10. Pick 18 multiplied by 10. Then you can arrange them going down if it is two-digit number multiplying by two-digit number. So we have 18 times 10. Arrange them going down like that. So the number on the top, which is 18, we are going to multiply it with each and every digit of the number which is down here, that is 10. So we start with digit 0. 0 times 8 is equal to 0. Anytime you're multiplying any number with 0, the answer is always 0. 0 times 1 is equal to 0. Having done that, we are done with the first digit in the number 10. So we move to number 1. But before we go there, ensure you write 0 on under the number in the place value of 1. That is under this number. Put a 0 there. Then move to digit 1. Now you have 1 times 8. What do we get? 1 times 8 is equal to 8. Then 1 times 1. What do we get? 1. Having done that, you now add the numbers. That is 0 plus 0. What will we get? We shall get 0. 0 plus 8. What will we get? 0 plus 8 is equal to 8. Then there is no number here, so we assume it is 0. Plus this one, what do we get? 1. That simply means 18 times 10 is equal to 180 centimeters square. Remember, I've said everything when you're doing area, you must conclude by square. So we have 180 centimeters square, a small 2 which represents the square. That is how to get the area of a rectangle. We are going to move to something else, area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. There is something you need to understand about a triangle. Triangle has got 3 sides. And it is always like this, but we have different types of triangles, which I want to believe next time we can look into them. So this side, which is the longest side, we call it hypotenuse. This line down here, or this side down here, we call it base. This line here, we call it height. So when you're looking at the area of a triangle, we don't use any measurement of the hypotenuse. We use height and base. And the formula of finding the area of a triangle is equal to a half times base times height. That is the formula which we are using. As you can see on your screen, area of a triangle is calculated by finding the base, multiplying the base and height, then divide by 2. That is a half times base times height. Then there is a question there for us. A display board is in the shape of a triangle with a base of 20 centimeter and a height of 5 centimeter. What is the area of the triangle? So for us to find that area, we shall write the formula which is there, a half times base times height. The base is 20, so we substitute, say a half times base. Our base is 20 centimeters times height. Our height is 5 centimeter. So you can put this one into bracket, then you multiply, you say a half times, work out what is in the bracket, that is 20 times 5. 20 times 5 gives us 100 centimeters square. Why have I put centimeters squared? Because I've multiplied this number. From there, now you can find a half of 100, or you simplify by asking yourself, 2 goes into 2, 1. 2 goes into 150 times. So you find your answer as 50 centimeter square. So that is how to find the area of the basic shapes, that is square, triangle, and rectangle. Having done that and having seen that, I want us now to move to our main area of learning today. That is now area of combined shape. When we talk of a combined shape, is a plane figure made up by joining 2 or more plane figures. And examples of combined shapes include, as you can see on the screen, we have the first one there. You can see the second one. You can as well see the third one. There is an activity there for us. The activity states, from the combined shapes displayed, identify the different basic shapes we have learned about. I want to believe that you can identify the rectangle, you can identify the square, you can as well identify the triangle. Let's move on and look at how to work out area of combined shape. Still stuck on our screen, we can see form 1 to calculate the area of any, for 1, not form, for 1 to calculate the area of any combined shape, break it into different plane figures. And when I talk of plane figures, I mean the basic shapes. So breaking up the combined shape, we can move on and see the shape is made up of, you can see that shape on the screen. That is one of the combined shape. And I have stated there, the shape is made up of a square and a triangle. You can see the square there. You can see the triangle. When you look at the square, the length is 4 centimeter. When you look at the triangle, the base is 2 centimeter, but some of us, I know, might get confused. Where is the measurement of the base? We have, of the height, I mean. The height of the triangle is lying on one of the sides of the square, which is 4 centimeter. So to get the area of a square, I have said, you see, the formula is length times length. So we can look at that shape and work it out. on the board together. This is the shape. This is a square. This side is 4 centimeter. This side is 4 centimeter. Then we have this one extended. Then we have this other part. This side is 2 centimeter. So this is the height of the triangle. Since this side is 4 centimeter and it is a square, this side will also be 4 centimeter and this side will also be 4 centimeter. So for us to work out the area of this combined shape, we must identify those shapes. And we say the area of a combined shape is now equal to area of the square, area of the square plus area of the triangle. So that is the formula of finding the area of the combined shape, which I have given you here on the board. So we shall look at the area of the square. I say to find the area of the square, you multiply length times length. And to plus the area of the triangle is a half times base times height. Length here is 4 centimeter. I'll multiply by 4 centimeter and get my answer later on, plus a half, that is now the area of the triangle, times base. Our base is this one, which is 2 centimeter, plus, times height. This is our height, which is 4 centimeter. Then I'll work out the area of the square, which is 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is equal to 16 centimeters squared. Remember the units. Plus the area of the triangle. I'll multiply a half times 2 times 4 gives me 8 centimeters squared. Then what is a half of 8? It is 4 centimeters squared. So to find the area of this combined shape, I'll add the area of the square, which is 16 centimeters squared. 16 centimeters squared. Let me wrap this one so that we can follow easily. The area of the square, which is 16 centimeters squared, plus the area of the triangle, which is 4 centimeters squared. 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. So I'll write 0 and carry 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So this will be 20 centimeters squared. Ladders, I want to believe you are getting something and you are moving together. So that is how to find the area of that combined shape. We shall look at example 2. Area of combined shape, example 2. Calculate the area of the shape drawn below. You can see it on your screen. The area of, calculate the area of the shape drawn below, or down below. The first thing before you work out that area, you need to identify which basic shapes are in that combined shape. As you can see clearly, we have the square, we have the rectangle. So to find the area of the square, we have said the area of a square is length times length, plus the area of a rectangle. The area of a rectangle is equal to length times width. So I want us to do it together on the board now, having seen the question. So this is how it is. Then we have the square here. The measurement of the square is 6 centimeters. That is the length. Then when we go to the rectangle, width is 7 centimeters and length is 20 centimeters. In order to find this area of this shape, we are saying area now will be equal to area of this shape, which is combined, is equal to area of the square plus area of the rectangle. So we're going to find the area of the square. We have said the formula of finding the area of the square is length. So let me write here square. The formula is length times length. What is our length? Our length is 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters times 6 centimeters. What is 6 times 6? Give it a thought. 6 times 6. I want to believe you have calculated. The answer is 36 centimeters square. 36 centimeters squared. Then we find the area of the rectangle. I've said in order to find the area of the rectangle or any shape, you must start by noting down the formula. So how do we get the area of the rectangle? Area of a rectangle is equal to length times width, which we are writing in short as L times W. This one is length, this is width. Having put that one down, we now substitute length. What is our length? Length here, it is this side, which is 20 centimeters times. What is our width? Our width, this is the width, which is 7 centimeters. So learners, what is 20 times 7? Can you work it out within a second? Good. I want to believe you've gotten your answer as 140 centimeters squared. So that is the area of the rectangle. And remember above we have said the area of this shape, which is a combined shape, is equal to the area of the square. What is the area of the square? 36 plus the area of the rectangle. So we are going to add them. Remember, when you are adding, start with a bigger number followed by smaller number. So I'll start with 140 centimeters squared plus, which is the area of the rectangle, plus the area of the square, which is 36 centimeters squared. So the units here remain to be centimeters squared. Then 0 plus 6, we get 6. 4 plus 3, we get 7. Then 1 plus nothing, because there is nothing down here, we get 1. So the area of this shape is equal to 176 centimeters squared. I want us to move to the last example, boys and girls. That is example number 3. And we can see on our screen, it is there for us to see. Take time, look at the shapes which are there and identify which shapes can you see. I can see a rectangle on that screen. I can as well see square, and I can as well see the rectangle. Now, to find the area of that shape, we need to get the area of the square plus the area of the rectangle plus the area of the triangle. So we are going to start with the area of the square, just there on the screen. Let me write on the board because I can see the pictures are not clear enough. So we can turn the board and see what is here for us. So this is the rectangle. You can see it there. We have the square above here. I want to believe it is bringing it out. Then we have the triangle. So I have shape A, B, C, where A is the triangle, B is the square, C is the rectangle. And the measurement, as we can see, for width for the rectangle is 7 centimeters, as you can see. Then the length is 13 centimeters. For the square, this and this and this and this, they are equal. So this one is 5 centimeters. Then we have the height of the triangle, which is equal to 8 centimeters. So from this point to this point is 8 centimeters. This point to this point is 5 centimeters, which makes the total length for the rectangle to be 13 centimeters. So in order to find this area, we're going to find the area of the square plus the area of the triangle plus the area of the rectangle in order to find the area of this combined shape. So let's start with the square. The square, as you can see, this one is 5. So you start with the formula, which is length times length. And what is the length of the square? It is 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters, which gives us 25 centimeters square. Then we move to the triangle. Find the area of the triangle. The formula is equal to 1/2 times base times height. So 1/2 times base. What is our base? This is the base. Since this one is 5 and this is a square, it simply means all sides are equal. So this one is also 5 centimeters. So the base here is 5 centimeters times height. What is our height? This is the height, which is 8 centimeters. So we work it out 1/2 times. What is 5 times 8? 5 times 8 is equal to 40 centimeters squared. Want to believe so? So we get 1/2 of 40 centimeters. We get it to be 20 centimeters squared. So this is the area of the triangle. Then we get the area of the rectangle. Want to believe we are clear enough? So the area of the rectangle, how do you find the area of the rectangle? Area of the rectangle is equal to length times width. So what is our length? This is the length, which is 13 centimeters times. What is our width? The width is from this part to this part, which is 7 centimeters. Allow me to rub this part because I want to believe you have seen it now. So we are going to multiply now 13 times 7. What is 7 times 3? 7 times 3 is equal to 21. So I'll write 1 here and carry 2. Then I multiply 7 times 1. 7 times 1 is equal to 7 plus 2, which I had carried. So 7 plus 2 gives me 91. So the area of the rectangle is 91 centimeters squared. Once I found out those areas, I'm going now to add them as per our instruction here of the formula. So I'll add the area of the square, which is 25, plus the area of the triangle, which is 20. I'll add the 2 first. to avoid confusion. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. This, remember, it is centimeters squared. Don't forget the units. Then the area of the triangle, the rectangle, which is 91 centimeters squared. So I'll add 91 centimeters squared. 5 plus 1 is 6. Remember, this is centimeters squared. 9 plus 4 is equal to what? 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. So I'll get my area as 136 centimeters squared. So that is the area of that combined shape. Lastly, learners, I want to look at the last example. Then now you can do practice on your own at home when you are free. I have another example here for us. This is a rectangle. Down here I have a square. This is a square. Then from here to here is 15 centimeters. Then the length of the square is 3 centimeters. Then from this point to this point is 4 centimeters. Boys and girls, I want us to pay attention. This question. From this point to this point is equal to 15 centimeters. From this point to this point is 4 centimeters. Then the length of the square is 3 centimeters. Now, in such question, don't hurry in answering it. You need to think. That's why we have critical thinking. Identify the shapes which are there. They are two. That is A, which is the rectangle, then B, which is the square. From there, ask yourself, what is the length of the rectangle? If from this point to this point is 15 centimeters, then this side is 3 centimeters, which is equal to this side, which is equal to also to 3 centimeters. So what is our length? Our length is now equal to 15, which is from this part to this part, plus 3, which is from here, from this point to this point. So you add 15 plus 3. What will you get? 15 plus 3 is 18. So boys and girls, the length is not 15, but it is 18 centimeters based on how the question has been set. Then now we can move ahead and get the area of this combined shape. The area of this combined shape is equal to area of the rectangle, plus area of the square, plus area of the square. So what is area? How do you find the area of the rectangle? Area of the rectangle is equal to length times width. And what is our length? Our length, you have identified, it is 18 centimeters times, what is our width? Our width is 4 centimeters. Then you can arrange them going downwards for easy working. So 8 times 4. What is 8 times 4? 8 times 4 is equal to 32. So what will I write here? I write 2 carry 3. Then I multiply 4 times 1. 4 times 1 is equal to 4. Then I'll add 3, which I had carried. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So 18 times 4 is 72 centimeters squared. From there, we move to the area of the square. How do you find the area of the square? Area of the square is equal to length times length. And what is our length? Our length is 3 centimeters times 3 centimeters. So what is 3 times 3, learners? 3 times 3 is equal to 9 centimeters squared. So for me to find this area, I'll add the area of the rectangle, which is 72 centimeters squared, plus the area of the square, which is 9 centimeters squared. 9 plus 2 gives us 11. So I'll write 1 and carry 1. What is 7 plus 1? 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. So what will be our answer? Our answer will be 81 centimeters squared. So that is our answer. Now, boys and girls, we have come to the end of our lesson, and I want to believe you have learned something. Ensure you share with your friends what you have learned, share with your parents what you have learned, and also do more practices so that to ensure you are well equipped to find the area of the combined shape. Until we meet next time, see you and have a fruitful day. Thank you for watching. Bye.